Being a music artist in 2025, the hardest part is not the music, the hardest part is creating the content. And this is where this industry is divided, because a lot of people hate the whole content side and they just want to be doing the music because that's the reason why they got into the industry in the first place. And I acknowledge that if they wanted to be a content creator, they would have just gone and become one instead of doing music. But unfortunately, we don't dictate what the industry is going to become. That comes from the power of the consumers and the people that are going to be listening to your music. And unfortunately, you have two options. You either stick with your same mindset and stubbornness and just do it, the music part, because you like it and it's fun. There's no problem with that. But if you want to do it and have a stable career, then you either got to nut up or shut up. It's a necessity. But you have to first make a mindset shift that this is the world that we're living in. If you want to have a sustainable career, then you're gonna have to find a way to enjoy it. Look what you guys do from day to day, what the normal, average Joe Blogs do in his spare time. He'll pull out his phone and he'll start watching videos. Videos are probably going to be vertical, mind you. If they're not, they're probably through YouTube or Netflix. Everybody is consuming things that are more visually stimulating, because the impact and the experience of something that is visual is far greater than just something that is sonically received. I guarantee most of you guys listen to music when you're going to the gym, when you're commuting to and from work, or to and from certain activities, for prees, for after parties. It's never just sitting there on a couch and listening to music unless you're actually making or giving feedback on someone else's songs. You don't have to have a CD or burn discs anymore, or buy actual hard copies and vinyls in order to listen. It's all digital. You can't expect the world to just bow down to your music anymore, because frankly, nobody gives a fuck as much as they used to. Your output of music should be so consistent and become an arm of you as an individual rather than the other way around. Your music should be a part of yourself, because there's stupid AI apps now that can replicate any of your songs and exactly what it sounds like in a split second. And if nobody understands who you are and understands the message you are trying to portray, or the emotions you're trying to portray, then no one's going to connect with the song. And so that's where content comes in. It's another outlet for you to be able to be creative and express yourself in another dimension that isn't just through audio. Once you start seeing it that way, you start enjoying the process and you start having fun with it, because you don't have to sell out and start making things that you don't like to make. You don't need to do TikTok dances. You can make content that tailors to your personality. You have to sit down for a moment and really take a step back and think about the things that you like to do. What is it that you like to consume? Put yourself in the shoes of the consumer rather than the creator for once, and think about what are the things you like to do in your spare time. You might think they're boring, but there are countless of others that might appreciate it because they can relate to it. With the rise of AI and all these technologies, that's the only thing that's going to separate your creation from these robots, is your ability to storytell and express the form of art and emotions that come out of your music. And the only way to do that is via content. Now, I know that it's easier said than done, right? But I can promise you that when it comes to creating content, the hardest part is the hurdle to just start. It's literally the hardest part. Think of it as an ice bath, right? Every single time you go to the ice bath, it's going to be fucking cold. It does not get easier every single time you do it. Your tolerance goes up for the uncomfortability. That's exactly like making content. It is uncomfortable for me to sit here and talk in front of a camera at 3 a.m. My housemates all gone to sleep and I'm here talking to an object in my living room. It's so uncomfortable when I think about it. But I know that it's a necessity for you guys to know who I am, you guys to learn about what goes on in my head, because I know there are some of you that will probably listen and take note of the things that I say and implement it in their own lives and in their own careers. Because I always run towards the things that make me uncomfortable. I said to myself, 2025, I want to start vlogging, I want to start making long form content, and I know that I've never done it before, so I have no clue. It's something very fresh, but I welcome the opportunity and I welcome the idea of it. And I invested a lot of time into learning how to do some editing and create my own videos online through YouTube, just like how I did with learning music. And those things have to coexist. Your sounds and music and everything that you make doesn't just live without a visual representation. You're either performing it out live with visuals, with people enjoying themselves, right? So that's multiple different dimensions of sensory activations that come along with your music. No one is sitting there in a dark room just listening to your music on repeat. It complements an experience. So literally just start tying your songs to an experience and to an emotion and run with it. If you want to stand out, the answer is look in the freaking mirror, because you are unique. There's no one else like you. And if you're there creating, then create on all different styles of creativity. Express yourself in different ways. That's the only way to win. And that's the only way to get over this hurdle. The more you welcome uncomfortability, the more you increase the repetition and just keep on going. And this, even though it's uncomfortable for me to make videos, especially talking head ones like this for a long period of time, I'm going to keep doing it until I build a tolerance to it. And that's exactly how you should approach everything in the music industry.